Hello everyone, I am Nitesh Kumar Ojha, a student of Sahyog College of Management Studies, and I welcome you all on my college's channel, that is Sahyog College. Today we will see a project that is Library Management System, which is developed using C++ programming language. Our library management system helps us to maintain the catalog of the library. It helps us by maintaining the record of the number of books available in the library and also the number of books issued. It provides us an easy way to check in and check out books. It also maintains the record of the person to whom the book is issued. Suppose a person fails to return the book on time, then he must pay a fine to the library, and that fine calculation is done automatically in the library management system. So let's move to the software without any further delay. So this is the first page of our software, on the top of which the name of my college is mentioned because this project was given to me by the college, and below that the name of the project is mentioned, that is Library Management System. So let's move to the main menu. In the main menu you can find three options: student menu, administrator menu and exit. Student menu is for the students, administrator menu is for the librarian or for the institute in charge. So let's see the student menu. In the student menu you can find multiple options. The first one is book issue. In this section, the student himself can issue a book on his own. So for that he needs to enter his admission number. Let's take 1012. Now he has to enter the book number of the book that he wants to issue to himself. So let's take 108. So the book he wants to issue is C++ programming language and the author name is Deepa Mishra, and the book is issued successfully to him. And there is a note down there for him that he has to return this book to the library within 15 days from the date of issue. And if he fails to return the book within 15 days, then he has to pay a fine of 1 rupees per day. So the next option is book deposit. Here the student on his own can deposit the book to the library. So let's take 1012. The book he had taken was C++ programming language and the author name was Deepa Mishra, and the number of days in which he has deposited the book, let's take 8. So the book is deposited successfully. The next option is book list. Here the student can view all the books available in the library. The next option is main menu and after that exit. So let's move to the main menu. Now the second option, that is administrator menu. It's asking for a password. So let's see. And this is the administrator menu in which we have multiple options. So let's see one by one all of them. So the first one is to create a new student record. In this, we need to enter the admission number of the new students. Let's take 1026. We need to enter the name of the student. Let's say JKL. So the new students record has been created, and it's asking if you want to create any more record, yes or no. So let's say no. In the second option, you can display the record of all the students. So as you can see down there, the record of the student that we had created right now, it's 1026. The name of the student is JKL, and the number of books issued to him till now is 0. In the student list, you can find the admission number of all the students along with their name and the number of books they have issued from the library. Next option is display specific student record. Here the librarian or the institute in charge can specifically view the student record. For that, he has to enter the admission number of that student. Let's see, 1015. So the name of the student is Arjit Das, and number of books he has issued till now from the library is 0. So the next option is modify student record. Here the librarian can modify the record of the student by entering the admission number, let's say 1015. So the name of the student is Arjit Das, the number of books he has been issued is 0. So if you want to modify his admission number, you can do that. Let's say 1019. And the name of the students, let's change it to Ajit Saha. Record has been updated. So let's check it from the display all students record option. So as you can see there, now his admission number has been changed to 1019. His name has been changed to Ajit Saha, and the number of books remains the same. Now the fifth option is to delete any specific student's record by just entering his or her admission number. So let's take 1021, record deleted, and let's check this too. So as you can see, there is no admission number of 1021 as it has been deleted from this record. So the next option is to create a new book record. For this, you need to enter the book number of the new book that has come to the library. Let's check 121. And now we need to enter the book name. Let's say QWER. Now we need to enter the author's name. Let's take PUPYUL. And now it's asking for if we want to add any more record. So let's say no. Now the next option is to display the list of books available in the library. This is the list of all the books available in the library currently. And as you can see at the bottom, the record of the book that we have created right now. Next option is to display specific book. In this option, the librarian can view the book record specifically by entering the book number. So as you can see, the book details, book number is 121, the name of the book is QWER, and the author's name is TYUL. Next option is to modify book. In this option, you can simply enter the book number. Now you can change the book name and also the author name. So let's change the book name to HBJL and the author's name to BHJL. Record has been updated. So let's verify this. Now as you can see, the name of the book and also the author name has changed. Next option is to display any book record. So let's say we want to delete the book record for 121. The record has been deleted. The next option is to move to the main menu, and the last one. Now, some of you might be thinking that how is it possible to maintain such a huge record and also manipulate it? So this is done by the help of the C++ property known as file handling, which provides various functions like reading from a file, writing something to a file, and many more. And all these functions are stored in the header file known as fstream. Now let's see one of those files. So let's check the student file. So this is the student file in which all the data are being recorded, are manipulated from. But as you can see, all the data are stored in a single row. And this doesn't look good at all. And you might recall that in our software, the data is in a very tabular form. Like the admission number is in one column, the name of all the students is in another column, and all the books they issued are in the third column. So how is it possible that in the record it is in such a bad order and in the output it looks so good, so pretty? So this is done by the help of another function of C++ known as setW, the full form of which is setWidth. It fixes the size of the space required, and this function is stored under the header file known as iomanip. So that's all. If you liked the video, please give it a thumbs up and let me know in the comment section below if you have any queries or any suggestions for the software, like what improvements can be done in it, etc. And share it as much as possible so that other people also get to know about C++ programming language. Thank you. That's all.